Alright, so today I'm going to be showing you how to design a professional looking WordPress website, and we're going to do it with only $1, right? And so the reason why we're going to be using WordPress is because it's very simple and easy to use, and it's also very flexible. As you can see, these are some of the free themes that you can download for free and kind of emulate your website to be like, right? So the themes are kind of just like the template of a website, and the one that we're actually going to be using, or the one that we're going to be creating today that I'm going to show you how to create, is this one right here, the Bigfoot theme. And it's kind of like has a corporate look or a portfolio look as well. And so there's a couple different options. There's quite a few. What we're going to do is more the portfolio look. So that previously was more of the, I guess, professional or business-like one. We're going to do more of a portfolio. As you can see, we'll try to see what we can create in the little time that we have. But yeah, it's going to look something like this, very professional. If you have a portfolio that you need to create or you want to kind of showcase your work, that's what we're going to do. So we're just going to kind of get one of these pages, maybe a slider or two. I'll show you how to do that, and then just a simple blog, right? Maybe an about page as well, right? So a simple blog like this, as you can see, it's quite professional, very simple. You can definitely make it as functional as you want or as complex as you want. Right. So the first thing that we're going to do, and remember I said we're going to be trying to do this for as cheap as possible, just $1 to start. So what we're going to do is head on over to Godaddy, and what we're actually going to do is we're going to go into Google, right? And we're going to search up Godaddy 99 cents domains 2014 should work. And so there should be actually a sponsored link, which are these ads up above, that can get you a domain name for only 99 cents. You're just going to click on that. And when you go through this process, you'll see that, okay, yeah, you have a 99 cents domain name. So you can just register any domain name. I'm not going to actually show you how to go through that process, but simply just register it, right? And so that's going to actually cover the domain registration. So it's going to give us ownership to whatever domain name we want. So after we've actually registered our domain name, we're going to head on over to Hostgator.com. And so Hostgator is a hosting company or a web hosting company where it actually will house the data, all the files, and have your actual website fully functional or functioning, right? You can think of them like a utility company, right? So we're just going to go and get our web hosting plan. Previously, we registered domain name with GoDaddy, and that's going to cover it for an entire year. Just give us ownership of the domain name. Hostgator is going to actually provide, I guess, the power to our website, right? So ownership versus power, right? And so we're just going to select the hatchling plan. And I went ahead and already filled everything out. It's going to come up to this ordering window, right? What we're going to click on is you already own the domain, right? Because we registered our domain name with GoDaddy. It got us a lot cheaper of a price. And so the one that we're going to be working with is this one that I owned before, mywpdoctor.com. And remember, it was just 99 cents with GoDaddy. We're going to click on the package type is hatchling. There's a bunch of different types. For our purposes, since we only have one domain name, probably for just starting off, we're just going to need one. And for the billing cycle, we're going to do 1 month, just for a trial, right? If you want something of a longer term, feel free to do that as well. I have another coupon code for that. But in order to get this 1 cent, right, we see right here, for only 1 cent of 1 month of web hosting, we're going to use the coupon code WPforAll trial, right? So that's going to give it for 1 cent, and our domain registration was 99 cents. So this is going to be a total of $1 for an entire website that we're going to make, right? So we're just going to create the account. So once you've actually completed your account, registered your account, you'll see this kind of like a receipt of your Hostgator web hosting. And so it's going to tell us to go check our email, and the email may take a little bit of time in order to come there. But what we're looking for is this control panel URL. So we're going to open that up, and we'll see something like this, right? So this is our C panel, and this is where we're going to handle all of the, I guess, installing of WordPress and also finding what our name servers would be, right? So we're going to have our C panel, your username is WPforAll, and our password is right below that. And we're just going to log in. So now that we have successfully logged into our C panel, the only thing that we'll really need right now is we'll need to change our name servers or domain name, right? Because we originally registered our domain name with GoDaddy, but now it needs to know that our web hosting is actually with Hostgator. So that's with our name servers. So it's very easy, very quick, right? So all we're going to look for is our name servers down here. That's these ones right here, the ns8217.hostgator.com and the ns8218. Right? And we're going to go back to GoDaddy, and all we need to do is let GoDaddy know that Hostgator is going to be hosting our website. So we're just going to go into our account in GoDaddy. We're going to launch that. And we'll see here the actual domains that we own. And so I have quite a few, but the one that we're looking for is just this one right here, the My WP Doctor, right? So we're just going to open that one up. So once we actually have loaded that, we'll see that we'll have the My WP Doctor, and the name server is actually what we want to change. So right now it's the name servers are pointed to actually GoDaddy itself, and so we're just going to manage that. And we're just going to press custom, enter custom name servers, right? And so they're the same ones as we mentioned before that we got on our Hostgator cPanel. So we're just going to paste both of those in, and they're just one number off from each other. And we're going to press OK. Just make sure you have both of them. And we're just going to save it. And it's as simple as that. Now Hostgator knows that, or GoDaddy and Hostgator are working together, and they know that your domain is registered with GoDaddy and your hosting is with Hostgator, right? So that's very simple, and it saves us quite a bit of money simply by separating the two. So now you may have to wait a couple of minutes for it to actually propagate, for everything to actually work properly, but we can head on over back to our cPanel in Hostgator, and we're going to look for a quick install. So now that we've actually set everything up, our domain is registered and our hosting account is set up, now we're just going to install WordPress onto it, right? So it's pretty simple. And from here, we're going to click on WordPress, and we're just going to find the domain. We only should have one, and fill out all the information, right? Just your email and all that, and just install now. So once we have successfully installed WordPress, it'll say congratulations, and it'll give us the admin area, the username and password. So we're going to hold on to these for sure, and just open up your admin area, which is just the back end of WordPress, or your login area, and it's always at your domainname.com/wp-admin. So if you ever forget, it'll all be there. You'll just paste in your username and then paste in your temporary password. You can always change this later, and we're just going to log in. So now that you've actually logged into WordPress, this is the back end of WordPress. This is only if you have admin access. This is where you're going to change everything. You're going to add new posts, pages, change the themes, and add all the functionality to your website, right? But if you actually want to see what the main website looks like, or the front end, what it looks like, and this is what all the other users may see, you just go to your domain name. So it's for us, it was mywpdoctor.com without the /wp-admin. And you'll see something like this. And as you can tell, this looks very different from our demo site, which was this one right here, right? This was our ultimate goal. So why does it look different from this? And the reason why it looks like this is because this is just the default 2014 WordPress theme that is automatically installed, right? If we want to actually change that, if we want to actually add to that and make it more like the demo site, we're just going to install our theme, right? Install our theme, which was the Bigfoot theme. And I have a link in the description below of where you can actually download that for free. And so the first step into actually making our website look very similar to the demo is we're going to go into and install our theme, right? And so we're going to go into Appearance and Themes, and you already have downloaded from the website the Bigfoot theme. And so we're going to click Add New. And the thing with this is that there should be a couple of files in there, right? And I have actually moved them all to my desktop. The first thing that you're going to look for is bigfoot.zip, right? It's the main themes folder, and you're just going to install now. Right, and it's within the Bigfoot version 1 main folder that you downloaded off the website. So after that has successfully installed, you're just going to click Activate. Now that we have successfully installed our theme, right, let's take a look at what it looks like right now. Right, so when we refresh our website, it looks something like this, which is very different from what our original demo site looks like. And the reason why is because this is just the blog page, right? This is what the demo blog page looks like, right? So I'm not going to show you how to do every single step. What I am going to show you is at least how to add this home page, right? We want this home page to have that same feel and same look, and maybe add a couple posts, right? Add a couple posts to our blog, right? So in order to do that, what we're first going to do is go into Pages, and we're going to add a new page. Right? So the page that we're going to be adding is going to be the home page, so we can just title it Home. It's kind of arbitrary in this case, and we're just going to scroll down, and we're going to scroll down to the template so that it's Showcase, and we're just going to publish that. And when we publish it, we're going to see a bunch of different options, and this is just the Twitter and the Facebook profiles at the bottom, right? If we notice down here, we have the Twitter and the Facebook, so we're just going to add in whatever our Twitter is, and also the Twitter and the Facebook. And this is something, the actual Twitter and the Facebook URL, something that you would change within appearance and theme options. You'll find the social media profiles. And so that will cover the bottom part, the kind of the footer area. But what we want to do is we want to have this same look, right? This same design for WooCommerce and whatnot. You would add whatever you want for your personal website. But pretty much what we do, we go into add, and under here we would, for the headline, let's try to just copy it word for word for just demo purposes, and we'll get that down there, right, for the paragraph. And so for the button label, so in this case we don't have a button, right? If we wanted to add a button, we could add a button right here and wherever it would link to, right? And so the picture that we want, though, we do have a picture, and this is one that I just saved off of the same the demo website, right? So we can just select that, and then let's just update it, and we'll see what it looks like. And so we'll go back to our main website. Actually, we'll go to view page, right? Because I'll tell you in a little bit why we can't just go to our main page and refresh it. But we'll see that right now when we go to the actually mywpdoctor.com/home, we'll see that it looks very similar to the demo content. The only difference is that you have this bright blue screen on our personal site, but you don't have that on the demo site. So how do we change that? That's just this last option down here. It's the opacity and the actual color, right? So you can just select any color you want. You can just select white. And so if something is opaque, then we're going to decrease this down to maybe 0.1, right? We're going to make it so that it doesn't have kind of that, I guess you can say, like a film or through a lens look, right? So when we go back to that page, we're going to refresh it, and we're going to see what it looks like right now, right? And you can just play around so you can find out how much of that fuzziness you want to keep, how much you want to remove, right? So that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it in regards to the home page. So now that we've actually created a landing page, what we want to do now is actually create a blog page. And I'll show you why we want to do that in a little bit, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to go into pages, same thing, add new. This time we're going to title it blog. And we're going to change the template now into blog classic. And we're just going to publish that. And so once it's published, what we're going to do is we're going to look at some of these options below, right? And you can change whatever you want here. For me, the only one that I really want to change is I want to make this compact and this center. The rest I kind of like. And the sidebar, let's change that to the normal blog sidebar. And let's just update that. And when we view page, we'll see what it actually looks like. So now we have our blog page right here, right? So we have a couple pages right now. We have our home page. This is just a sample, the default one that came with, and this is the blog, right? So we have the home and the blog. So the reason why I created a blog page is because if you go to your main site and you refresh it, you'll see that it's just the latest post, right? It's not the default landing page that we want. And so the way to change that is to go into appearance and to customize. And this is all in the back end of WordPress. And so within customize, what we're going to be looking for is right down here is going to be the static front page. And originally it's your latest post, and that's why we kind of see your latest post when you go directly to your main website. But what we want to do is we want to make that home page, that default home page or that landing page, to be the front page. So that's what we're going to select home and leave post blank, all right? And save and publish it. So now when we go back to our main site and we refresh it, we're going to see that clean look that we made before, that default landing page that we made before. And when we select here, we're going to click on blog, and that's going to be where all our posts are located. So now that you actually created a blog and a homepage, everything else should be fairly simple. You know, adding a logo or adding more posts should be fairly easy to handle, right? So now you have a very clean and elegant looking website, right? So just be sure to go back to Hostgator and Godaddy to start your website.